What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, I don't know if you're seeing the video of the Chevy first, or this first, or an exhaust video first. So you'll see one of these first. Anyway, I have my buddy Tyler with me today. He has a 2004 Chevy Silverado with the 5.3. He has it cammed. It's a very, very special truck. He built it himself, so that's something to be proud of for sure. So anyway, we'll go ahead and take a look at it. There's my buddy Tyler and his truck. He has actually the 35s that I was on the white Silverado before. So anyway, he will walk you through everything that he did with this truck. So you can go ahead.
So initially, when I first got this truck, it wasn't running right, and the headlights, they're pretty scratched, so I replaced those, and ever since.
And that adds how much horsepower for some headlights?
Torque.
Oh, it adds torque. Okay.
40 per headlight. Alright, so bought this truck, Facebook Marketplace. Well, how it started out was I wanted to get a go-kart really bad, but in order to get a go-kart, I needed something to transport it in. All I got was a little Toyota Highlander. So I was like, all right, I need a truck. So went up on Facebook Marketplace at a really bad time to buy used trucks, and put some good money down on her. And had all terrains on it when I first bought it. Pretty much everything stocked with the radio and the wheels. And it was running good for a while. I was beating the mess out of it. Within the first week of I had it, I took it mudding out at Sharon Harris, and that was fun. Nothing happened. I busted a little bit of busted the piece that holds the trailer wiring in the back off, but welded that back together. But drove it for 6 months. Noticed I had no coolant in the motor. Well, first I noticed it started overheating, and I was in a quick lube then, going to tech school for a semester or two at that point, and I realized that my truck was overheating when I got a message saying that the truck was overheating. So I didn't even see it, the needle creep up there. So I pulled it over and looked at it, and it had no coolant in it, but I needed to get home. So it only had an issue too, and I was running under 35, so I figured it's a coolant fan or something, but then I realized I didn't have any coolant. So it was at that point I had to figure out whether I had a head gasket leak or a radiator leak. And since I didn't see anything coming out of the radiator, I couldn't see coolant coming out from anywhere. So I figured, head gaskets, why not? Might as well go ahead and replace those anyways, 'cause it's a new truck. And it has 220,000 miles on it when I first bought it. So I bought head gasket kit from American Trucks. Started busting her down, got up in there, sent my cylinder heads to go get cleaned up to my buddy who does machine work. He told me I had a cracked cylinder head. So pretty much at that point I decided I was just gonna rebuild the whole motor, because I might as well at that point check out all the bearings and everything. And when we got it down to the block, and I took the block over to him, he showed me, pointed out on my cam bearings where it was copper showing. So it had cam bearings were right about to spin, and that would have just, motor would have been done for there, and I would have had to go to grab a junkyard motor. But yeah, I decided to bump up the power a little bit, put a little Champacabra, whatever it's called, from Texas Speed in there. I don't know the specific specs on it. I think it's like 229 over 218 or something like that for the lobe lift. Got a milling oil pump in there. Got new push rods, 550 springs in there. I think they're LS7 lifters. Got a cool air intake, long tube headers. I got trunnion kit for my rocker arms. Those are pretty cool. Those are nice. What that does is it takes the needle bearings out, and it has a different bearing method in there, so you ain't got to worry about busting your bearings and having those little pen needles go out everywhere through your motor. And then yeah, it took me about 5.5 months to complete my first driveway project. It unlocked a new rage for me that I've never experienced before in my life. Because when I was going back in with the motor, I was very irritated, and I was just getting angry at it, and I wasn't paying attention too much, and I pinched the cam sensor wires in between the motor and the transmission, and I didn't even notice until I was ready to plug in that sensor. So I had a couple things bolted back up, including the motor to the transmission and the motor mounts and everything. So I had to take all that apart, and I finally got everything unbolted, and I pull out the motor, and there's just dumping trans fluid. So I put the motor back in, and I realized I forgot to unbolt my torque converter. So I unbolt the torque converter, and I pull it out, and I clean up the mess, and I make sure the torque converter is set in there properly, and take out the cam staff position sensor, and those wires were done for, so I had to put a new pigtail on there. Or not a new pigtail, but I rewired the same pigtail on there. Just a little butt connector. And haven't had an issue with that since.
But hey, man, I mean, this thing's pretty mean. I mean, he has the long tubes on it, everything. But anyway, you want to give it a crank up for us?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Anyway, guys, I didn't get to finish filming as much as I wanted to with Tyler. We kind of got distracted and started hanging out. So, but we got what we wanted film-wise for exhaust. So that's good. So stay tuned for an exhaust video of a cammed 5.3 versus a stock 5.3. And I also have another video coming out of a Gen 3 5.3 versus a Gen 4 5.3 in true dual exhaust. So stay tuned for those. Stay tuned for content with this. We have a lot of content coming out this week with the red Chevy because we're trying to get it on the road this week, put some tires on it. Not mud tires, the ones that are in the back. I'll show you those. We're putting these 31-inch tires on it. We're getting good progress on this thing. Just replaced the thermostat, so stay tuned for that video. A couple other things, oil change video coming up and coolant video coming up. So yeah, we should be driving this thing on the road very, very soon. So I'm excited about that. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Shout out to my boy Tyler, super cool guy. You'll see him on the channel a lot more often. So Anyway, I'm gonna get inside. It's pretty chilly out here. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.